Guy Cannon.
After getting his passport checked, Igor proceeds to board the flight along with Palma. As he is about to get on the flight, the air hostess asks him about the dog's health documents. Igor tries to retrieve it, searching around his pockets, but fails to find it. He pleads with the air hostess to let her and gets Palma checked for any infections. The doctor examines her carefully and refuses to provide him with the approval certificate as Palma has an infection inside her ears. Igor even tries to bribe the doctor, but the man stays firm in his decision. Sweating and confused, Igor is heartbroken and is compelled to leave his beloved friend behind. He pushes Palma's cart away from the runway and lets her out. He then hugs her for the last time and apologizes for. Palma also looks back at her master in a loving way. After some time, he throws away her favorite ball, and Palma rushes the engine for some seconds. When she moves aside, they restart it and take off. Palma chases it and watches it fly away until it vanishes into the clouds. Later, the air put the complaint about the dog and set off to catch her. Palma runs away from them and comes across Tikhonov, a caretaker at the hangar. She then Rev is flying the plane and is worried about his son. He asks an air hostess if Kolya has fallen asleep on the edge of a plane and starts running towards the runway. The pilots are ready to land the plane, but stop when they notice a dog on the runway. Lisko, inside the airplane, is stumped during overshoot and feels humiliated in front of the foreign delegates on board. The plane manages to land and Lisko immediately scolds the airport manager for the act. Palma scans through each passenger getting out of the plane in search of her master Igor. The airport manager, on the other hand, gets angry at the dog and orders to kick her out of the airport as soon as possible. He is in a bad mental condition. He further adds that he is worried about his son all the time, which might have hampered his ability to make decisions. After listening to Lazarev, the manager tries seen hiding inside the small cabin outside the plane. Palma notices him and starts to bark at him. Before the security guard can spot them, Kolya gets out of the cabin and runs along with Palma. She guides him to her hiding spot, and the two spend their night there. The next morning, Lazarev finds his son missing and across. After getting his passport checked, Igor proceeds to board the flight along with Palma. As he is about to get on the flight, Igor returns to the airport terminal. He meets with the air hostess Nina and tells her everything. He mentions that Palma has no one to look after her, and he is the only one taking care of her. Seeing Igor's eyes full of tears, Nina agrees to let Palma inside, vanishes into the clouds. Later, the airport guards get the complaint about the dog and set off to catch her. Palma runs away from them and comes across Tikhonov, a caretaker at the hangar. She then hides under a plane. The guards approach Tikhonov and inquire about the dog, but he lies to save her. The scene runway. The pilots are ready to land the plane, but stop when they notice a dog on the runway. Lisko, inside the airplane, is stumped during overshoot and feels humiliated in front of the foreign delegates on board. The plane her out of the airport as soon as possible.